Hello and welcome. My name's Sam and this is The Little Greenhouse Creates. Thank you for joining me today, and thank you for joining me for our final card in this week's card kit of the month, Maritime Moments kit. So obviously it's all about shipping. So this was Monday's card where we did the cruise liner. This is Wednesday card where we did the sailing boat, and obviously we're going to do the third one today. It's not a funky fold, as we're doing the card kit. So let's move these out of the way and open the box and see what's left. Obviously, if you want to see the videos, pop back on Monday and Wednesday of this week and you'll be able to see how we made those cards. So my disclaimer for this at the moment is that there are a few things I've added to this box that I felt I needed. A bone folder, pointy tool, my pair of scissors, I have a chamois to wipe my block, and obviously I've got my grid pad. But apart from that, everything else, it comes with the kit. So we've got the grey granite spot. We have the Stampin' Spot. We have a block for the stamps. I have glue dots, dimensionals. There is the... It's not ribbon, it's string, double-sided sticky tape. I've got the stamps. It comes with 4 stamps. So far we've used the lighthouse, we've used the flower, we've used the rock and ship. So I presume today we are going to use the birds, but we'll find out. I've got the sentiment, best wishes for a perfect day. So I've got a feeling that's going to be involved today. We need 3 of these. So this is paper so I would say it's probably Pool Party, and it's been run through a very nice embossing folder which gives us like a sea feel to it. So move it up for you to have a look. Can you see? It's beautiful. Lots of nice detail. We need that, so that's good. We're going to need a base card, so that's this one. Then we have got, we've got this, which is another, so it's like a cruiser that you would use going around the Norfolk Broads on, if you know what the Norfolk Broads are. It's a amount of water with some wonderful boats that go along and some wonderful sea life. So I think that's that. And do I need anything else? Let's have a look. Of course I need the envelope, so let's pull that in. Oh, there we go. And it's got this beautiful green infill. Right, so let us create our third one. So move these things apart and we can begin. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fold the card in half and burnish with my bone folder. So out of the 3 cards we've created, this is one that's going to be in landscape, whereas all the others have been done in portrait. I've done that. Then with this, we are going to use the birds. Let's pop that on my little block, like so. I'm going to ink that up in the grey granite, and then I'm just going to stamp the birds onto the background over here. So do a light covering, and we can just pop the birds. There we go. Perfect. Seagulls. Wonderful seagulls. Mind you, I wonder if they're seagulls if it's on a river. Probably not. Okay, there we go. If anybody knows the answer to that one, I would love to know. Are they still seagulls if we're going over a river? Right, so I've done that. Now we need to stick these down, and we're going to use the double-sided for this. So she says, trying to, there we go, open the packet. Right, so there is enough on here. I will go, oh, hello, Bella. Stop scratching, darling. The acoustics in here are obviously very good today because I can hear every, mind you, she is sitting under my desk, so that's probably why. I'm going down there. And then that one there. Right. Oh no, got one more to do. Perfect. Now, obviously, if you don't like using double-sided tape and you're going to use a kit while you're away, then just pop yourself in some glue. That would work just as well. So my tip for you for this is to put the middle one in, stick the middle one down first, and then you can put the other two in around it. Feels about right. So let's actually do my tip, shall we? And move the second one in first, the middle one in first. Move that up. I'm just going to use my pick tool to take the backing off. Okay. Bring that down slightly. That will go in the middle. Oops. Move it over slightly. Am I too late? Yeah, I am too late. Okay, we'll do it that way. Never mind. You can pick the backing off. If you don't have a pick tool or your scissors aren't available, just there we go. So this is like the breakers. I don't know, here in England and our beaches we have breakers that go through our sea to help stop with the erosion of the land. And these are a bit like the breakers we have when we go along the beaches to stop the, as I say, the water coming up and engulfing the engulfing the land and pulling it back into under cover of water. Right, there we go. So that's that one's done. So the next thing to do is to pop this one on, and I'm just going to put this on dimensionals. So I will put, I'll do a clock face. So 12, 3, 6, 9, and 1 in the middle for luck. There we go. And that probably goes pretty central. Oh yeah. Preferably the right way up as well. Actually, maybe no, I might put it over slightly more to the left. There we go. Wonderful. There we are. Then we've got our pelican, and I think he needs to go up on dimensionals too. What they're suggesting is that we wrap some of the string around it. So let's cut ourselves 3.5, 4 inches. There we go, 4 inches. So probably the best thing to do is to add a glue dot to the back of this. There you go. Pop that in the middle. Take that off. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that there. And then I will wrap that round once, twice, 3 times, twice, 3 times. Can I get that round to stick back on there? Will it go? Yeah, look at that. Oh, it won't now. So what I will do is I'll get one of the dimensionals and that will hold it in place for me. So let's move that down there slightly. Put a dimensional there to hold it into place. And then we can add one on the head, one on the body, and maybe one above the and one below the string. So let's take that out. Having looked back at the designs of the cards here, you could use the designs once you've finished the kit for other cards. So it might be worth just keeping the instructions for There we go. There for future. Okay. What I'm going to do is I want to make sure that the one that's on the body doesn't go on here, but is actually on this side. So there we go. Lovely. There we are. Happy with that. And then we can put the sentiment on, which is this one. And again, I'm going to use two dimensionals, but I'm going to put them on this side, not on this side, so that way they rest on the wood. Okay, so take that away, like so. And then I'm going to pop that to there. So another quick card. See, if it was raining, the rain would have stopped by now. She looks out the window and sees the rain has not stopped in her house. Hey ho. But that is our third and final card for the card kit today. So, or this week, should I say. So these are the 3 cards that we've created this week. I hope you like them all. I think they make really good men's cards. So thank you for joining me today. Do pop back and check out Monday and Wednesday if you haven't already seen them. But I'll catch up with you next week, hopefully. Whatever you do for the weekend, stay safe and happy crafting. Bye!